Records of expired house contractor renovations line a desk in the administrative chamber, though the prince has absolutely no desire now to organize them alphabetically by date.
None whatsoever, yes.
At last, the work-disliking prince records a summary of the results of his attempts to be of any use to the administrative needs of his grim father's house.
Okay, I'm done. So, can I go yet, Father?
Not only were you late again, but then you also failed to perform even the simplest tasks that I had asked repeatedly that you complete. How many chances do you need at this? I am too lenient with you.
Too lenient? Instead of lambasting me non-stop, have you considered maybe training me some more to do this fascinating work to your satisfaction? You'll forgive me if I didn't memorize every laborious detail the last time you performed your monologue about how all this works.
Excuse me? If I'm not mistaken, you're deflecting your incompetence toward me? As though the goddess of wisdom herself has come to aid you in your time of need. I could replace you here and now with any number of simple shades hungry to work here.
Then why don't you? I don't want any of this. I'm not the one who drew the short lot with your brothers and got stuck here forever. Why am I having to do this senseless parchment pushing for you?
Why are you stuck? You're not. You're fired. I was wrong to think you were prepared to take on any responsibility at all. And don't you ever invoke your uncles here again, or I'll have you cast into the lowest pits of Tartarus. Now get out of my administration and my sight.
Hey, room, I'm back. At least I can't be late for that job anymore. I'm wide awake.
Get a load of them prizes over there.
What's all this? Go with that one. Let's go, Coronacht. I've returned.
Less yak and more smack.
What could go wrong? Lord Uncle Zeus.
Nephew, I wanted to mention, it was odd how by every account you'd come quite close to breaking free from there at last of late, only to be abruptly cut off from our contact. I suppose having suffered some ill fate? Perhaps your realm's guardian, Cerberus, is even deadlier than reputed.
Uncharitable with the goddess Nyx when we were closer long ago. After she bore her first children, I nevertheless expected her attention to remain undivided. I kept creating. When finally I slowed, I realized my mistake. But our connection had been severed by that point.
fishing I detect. Fine handiwork, if I say so myself. Its line is nigh invisible and causes denizens of my domain to flock to it like mortals to temples of mine. Good fortune with that thing.
Looks clear.
Zagreus. Then I will probably ignore you like the rest. Just warning you ahead of time, all right?
Sisyphus, have you had run-ins with Tisiphone the Fury here before? She isn't much for conversation, I don't think.
Tisiphone? Why, yes, I have in fact, Prince said. She's visited on multiple occasions, truth be told. So she's back, is she?
She is, although I think she's back to deal with me. I'll have to keep her plenty busy just in case.
Appreciated, Prince. Of all the Fury sisters, she's the one I would least care to see. But if she does stop by, you know, that's how it goes. It's all yours.
A pleasure. Hey, sir. Thought this might ease your burden for a while.
Now hold a moment, Highness. I cannot accept something like this. Not without giving back a little something in return, that is.
Thanks for that, sir.
So long for now.
It's no use. What's on offer? Tisiphone.
Murder! Murder! Murder!
I don't understand. But I'm not who you think I am. My father sent you to stop me, that's all.
Murderer! Murderer! Murderer!
It's reloading. Not good. She's a bit much. This can unlock a hidden aspect of my weapons.
Tisiphone has failed me, has she?
So much for Tartarus. Courtesy of the Pact. Ugh, this heat.
Once you break free to the surface, we could see you from Olympus a bit more than usual, but no, it's like you're shrouded in eternal night up here. Something like that. Odd, right? Stuff. More spreaders. Let's get out of here. The Mega Gorgon. Of them. My Lady Aphrodite, if not for our acquaintance, I'm certain that my days or nights would be much drearier indeed.
Why, dearest, such a wonderfully thoughtful gift for me. I love it, and I would be lying if I said you shouldn't have. That oaf Poseidon spoke to you already, didn't he? All bluster, muscles, and bravado, that one. I'm glad you're not the type.
shall pay for that. Every time.
Good enough to eat. Powered up. Bone Hydra, how come we never talk?
No paradise awaits you, boy.
Let's see here. Cheers. Lady Artemis, I hope that you'll accept this offering for all your kindness and support.
Hey, thank you for this, really. And I've just the thing to offer in return. It's just a gift, okay?
Lady Artemis, you honor me. In the name of Hades. Long spears. stronger.
You have returned to my chamber. I trust you are familiar now with what this means.
It means I've challenged you to a battle of strength and glory, because apparently that's all there is to do for fun around here for those such as yourself.
That... Yes. Essentially, that is correct. Prepare.
Warm-up for later. Lord Poseidon. Let's make some waves, right, Uncle?
What is it? So, stranger, how goes willful disobedience of late? Would that I, too, had it within me to defy the gods.
Well, you know it's going. That I've been able to make it this far means I'm getting somewhere, I suppose. No thanks to all your brethren, Emily.
No use trying to reason with my brethren here. Many of the shades whom you've encountered, why, I watched them throw away their lives when they were men. Yet still they seek to prove to one another and themselves that they are great warriors.
Thanks for this.
Not the hardest choice you've ever made. You think you've been trapped in hell without my help am I to understand? You made a big mistake there, little Hades. Just you what?
I'm sorry, Uncle. Now he's angry.
What can I say, nephew? Sometimes our tempers get the best of all of us. Your fortunate mind didn't get the best of you back there.
She's offering an exchange.
He returns! By the gods of Olympus, you'll go no further on your wicked quest!
Champion unseated. What fun. I can do this. I can do this. Think I've got one. Looks like a gun. This one, I guess. It's in here. Satyr sack already. Olympus, I accept this message. Yum. Should we go fight some satyrs to get out of here? Jeez. Always a pleasure, Charon. Should check this way. Sharpen my senses. Want something to eat, boy? Huh?
After deliberating briefly, Cerberus concludes that yes, he shall accept the sack.
I owe you one, boy. I'll just keep coming back.
To think Olympus has been aiding you. You must be so grateful to them for their aid, without which none of this would have been possible.
Yeah, about that. Father, did you let Mother go because you feared Olympus would find out? And not respond well to the circumstances if they did?
Be grateful they have not found out as yet for all your meddling. You do not know them as well as you think. Ask yourself why she left Olympus and how. Or better yet, ask her.
Well, she seems quite lovely, so knowing you probably tricked her into signing a pact to come join you or something. Since you weren't allowed on Olympus, why not have Olympus come to you?
Ha! Surprisingly not distant from the truth. I took her, boy. I took her down with me. Is that what you wish to hear? Does that anger you? Come, bring forth that anger then. Darkness.
It's reloading.
I think not. Of the underworld, heed me. Cries from the earth to be my darkness. escape. None of us can. Blast.
Now that was quick. My weapon shuddered at the touch of it. Mother?
All manner of fruits and vegetables thrive within the hidden gardens of Persephone, the one-time queen of all the underworld. A world of life, far from the realm of death.
What are these things?
I could not stand it on Olympus, Zagreus. The blustering, the posturing, my overbearing mother. None of it. I would have left the mountain voluntarily, except...
Except Father absconded with you, didn't he? Dragged you down with him into the underworld. So if Olympus were to find that out, I shudder to think of the consequences.
That fool is trying to protect me even now. It wasn't he who absconded with me, my son. And it's more complicated even than that. I was content to leave. Willing to make my life within the underworld. With your father.
I dare not ask who did bring you to Father then. So essentially you ran away from home to live with him. I mean no disrespect, but did you realize what you were getting yourself into?
We have a tendency to be impetuous when we are younger, Zagreus. I heard all about your father before we met. Admired paintings of him. It was very awkward at first, but he had a bluntness I fancied. A sense of principle. I much preferred him to his brothers, I can tell you that.
So, then you secretly left Mount Olympus to be with the god of the dead in the underworld, and Olympus never found out. What do you suppose would happen if they did?
I think there would be war between Olympus and your father, Zagreus, if they found out. Especially now, after all this. And after all this time. They slew their parents once. If the Titans could be wiped from this world, so can we all.
So it makes sense. If Father, he agrees with you and thinks that leaving you in hiding here, that it's the only way he can prevent that war.
I can see how your father, shrewd but also single-minded as he was, might have followed such a line of reasoning as that. Oh, Zagreus. What have I done?
No. What have I done? I can't. Oh, I need to fix this.
What? Oh, how darn natural causes got you once again there, didn't they? Well, you show them next time. Would you do that for me, huh?
Sure.
So, you can tell me in due time if you decide to, lad. But I do have a question, same as you did, going into this. Why did she leave? Why did she leave you in particular?
It's that she didn't even know I was alive. Sounds as though Nyx revived me sometime after I was born, but by that point, Mother had already left, and they let her be. For reasons I am trying to find out.
Ah, that's quite a bit to take in there. And it explains more than a bit, I think. Look, I'm not one to speculate too much. I trust you'll find the answers that you seek as you proceed.
Thanks, sir.
You're bound to my domain, boy. My records indicate that you've collected earnings based on some of your accomplishments there, boy. I suppose you need an income of your own, having decided to cut ties and all.
What, you mean the bounties that you've offered up to anybody capable of beating Meg and all your other guardians out there? Don't you think that puts a lot of undue pressure on them, knowing that you've turned them into targets?
They must do better than they have, else they shall be replaced. If they're to grow in their respective roles, they have to know their weaknesses. And so do I. That you collect the bounties for it matters not.
What about the bounties for vanquishing you? Who's your replacement going to be?
Enough. Get out.
Access to the administrative chamber, huh? Approved. Father always said if I wanted privilege access again, I'd have to earn it.
Do not touch anything again in the administrative chamber.
How's everybody doing? Made it that time. Interesting.
The cool, purified waters of the Styx are available in limitless supply to all servants of the God of the Dead, authorized to work endlessly within the House Administrative Chamber.
The job's #1 perk. No thanks. How have I been doing? Daedalus Hammer Records.
The Administrative Chamber's ever-working shades remain utterly dedicated to their thankless toil, all because of an inspiring rendition of how dedicated they ideally should be.
Everybody hang in there.
Are you the one whom I should thank for this most wondrous music stand, my friend? Why, it is positively splendid, isn't it?
A renowned court musician ought to have the finest means available, I think. I'm pleased you like it, Orpheus. Though, tell me something. How can it play your music when you're not even here?
Who can explain the secret art of Daedalus, my friend? Know only that whenever it produces music for your listening enjoyment, that the sound you hear is coming from my soul.
Amazing, and a bit unsettling.
Come forth. Out with it. Go on.
Wait.
I think not.
Child, quickly now, before you go. I know how all of this must look. Know that I was true to her, Persephone, and that I think fondly on the time she spent with us.
Of course, Nyx. Though, why did she really leave the underworld, do you think? Besides, because of me. So what if she thought I died at birth?
She did not feel that she belonged. It was a very difficult adjustment she was forced to make. And she feared that she would inevitably end up caught between Olympus and this realm. That she might start a war.
A war? Wars have been fought for less, I understand. And Father must have been a real burden, too.
You do not know. Ask her yourself about her time with him. But I have already said too much, and I cannot say more.
You've said more than enough. I'll see you next. Here's the latest cat, chef. Fair market value.
Oh, hi. Hello, Your Highness. Nice to see you. Thanks.
Take care, okay? What's new? mastered that. I feel different. What's going on, Skelly?
Less prattle, more battle, boyo. Give me all you got.
That one looks interesting.